fuck was that? What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Jesus Christ. Okay. Welcome back to another Deep Dive with Derek. I'm your host, Derek, and we're checking out Phish today. So today, we're going to check out the Lizards. This is a song, I think it's been requested, but I found myself trapped. Like I'm in a wormhole or something. I don't understand what's going on. The Lizards is on an album called The Man Who Stepped Into Yesterday, which is it really an album? It's like a senior thesis of Trey's. I could not find an album version, because on this channel, I like to go through the album version first. That gives me a little baseline, and then I go to check out a live version. I couldn't find it. I did find a video called The Man Who Stepped Into Yesterday, which is an hour long, so it appears to be, I got the little Wikipedia page here, it appears to be the entire album. So the Lizards is on here. I had to do math, because it tells me the 356 is narration, 145 is The Man Who Stepped Into Yesterday, so that gets me to 541, where the Lizards starts, and I will do my best to try to end it at the right spot. Also on here, other songs that have been on my list. Wilson is on this. That's song 7. Possum. I'm told Possum is a popular tune. That's the one that they close with. So anyways, I don't know what I got into. The Man Who Stepped Into Yesterday is the album. I'm doing a song, The Lizards, but I couldn't find it isolated on the album. So that's what I'm checking out today. Also, as I continue this Phish journey, I want you to check my understanding, because I thought there was type 1 songs and type 2 songs. Now I'm thinking that there's kind of 3 types of songs. So here's my first attempt. Tell me what I got wrong or right. There's the composed songs. Now, a composed song is, if you hear it, it's going to be in the same order. So I'm thinking of this like Rush or Pink Floyd. If I hear Comfortably Numb, it's going to sound the same all the way down to the guitar solo. So that's a composed song, kind of like Pink Floyd. Type 1, I'm thinking of this closer to like Dave Matthews Band, where the song, it's the same order, it's the same setup every time. This is the time when they do this solo, this is the time where they do that solo, this is the time when they do this solo. Now, that solo can be different and will be different, but it's going to come back to the same thing, and the roots, the base of the solo is kind of going to be the same thing, but the actual solo itself is going to be different. So that's what I'm thinking of as type 1. Type 2, that's crazy jazz, off the cuff, total 100% improv stuff. So if you, even as the Phish fan, walked into the middle of that song, you wouldn't necessarily know what it is unless you've actually heard that version before. So that's what I'm thinking. Composed. So Fluffhead, I think Harry Hood, these are songs that you are all telling me are composed songs. And then there's type 1, which, again, same structure, a little bit of leeway, but not too far each time you hear it. Type 2, it could sound completely different. That's my understanding. So let me know if I'm right. So without further ado, let's jump into the Lizards from The Man Who Stepped Into Yesterday, off of his senior thesis, Trey's senior thesis.
A prison from which there was only one escape. And on this morning, Colonel Forbin stepped through the door.
Passing through the corridor, I came upon an aging knight who leaned against the wall in gnarly armor. He was on his way to see the king. Wilson.
So Wilson, there's a song called Wilson, and a song that it's on my to-do or my to-watch list called Wilson. So Wilson's a king. And there's a person going to see Wilson.
He led me through the streets of Prussia talking as he tried to crush a bug that scurried underneath his boot heel. He said there was a place where we should go. So he led me through the forest to the edge of a lagoon by which we wandered till we reached a bubbly spring. The night grew very quiet as we stood there. He lifted up his visor and he turned to me and he began to sing. He said, I come from the land of darkness. I said, I come from the land of doom. He said, I come from the land of demons. I'm from the land of the big baboon. But I never remember going back there. And I couldn't if I tried. Because I come from the land of lizards. And the lizards, they have died. And the lizards, they have died. And the lizards, they have died. And the lizards, they have. He told me that the lizards were a race of people practically extinct from doing things smart people don't do.
So I kind of like the talk singing. So lizards are a race of people. So like a hybrid, some kind of like Planet of the Apes, but the planet of the lizards.
Practically extinct from doing things smart people don't do. He said he was once a lizard too. His name was Rutherford the Brave, and he was on a quest to save the people from the fate that lay before them. Their clumsy end was perilously near. The lizards would be saved, he said, if they could be enlightened by the writings of the helping friendly book. In all of Prussia, only one existed, and Wilson
again. Is this so they're nearly extinct or are extinct? They're trying to be saved, and they're trying to do this through religion, finding the holy book that many revealed religions seem to have.
Had declared that any person who possessed him was a crook. He said, I come from the land of darkness. I said, I come from the land of doom. He said, I come from the land of demons. I'm from the land of the big baboon. But I never remember going back there. And I couldn't if I tried. Because I come from the land of lizards. And the lizards, they have died.
Okay, so they have died, though. That's the second time you said that. And they went extinct for doing things that smart people don't do. But then I thought they said they were going to save the lizards. This is why you got to listen to this more than once.
And the lizards, they have died. And the lizards, they have died. And the lizards, they have.
It's got a bit of an island vibe to it.
The helping, friendly book, it seemed, possessed the ancient secrets of eternal joy and never-ending splendor. The trick was to surrender to the flow.
Hey, surrender to the flow. Is that interesting? That's what everybody says to do, is surrender to the flow. Is that because of this song that people say that? Or is that just a major coincidence?
We walked along beneath the moon. He led us through the bush till soon we saw before our eyes a raging river. He said we can swim it if we try. And saying this, the knight dove in, forgetting that his suit of arms would surely weigh him down, and so he sunk. And as his body disappeared before me, I bowed my head in silence and remembered all the thoughts that he had thunk. He said, I come from the land of darkness. I said, I come from the land of doom.
This dude just died? Is that what I'm understanding?
He said, I come from the land of DMB, from the land of the big baboon. But I never remember going back there, and I couldn't if I tried. Cause I come from the land of lizards, and the lizards say, oh, 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 go, 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 go.
But Rutherford and Corbin weren't alone.
Okay, so that seems like the end of it, because the list says narration is next. What happened? What is going on here? Okay, so definitely, and I think I even read somewhere, concept album, and this is part of the whole journey. So I'll be back in a second. I'm going to go check out, see if I can find a live version of the Lizards. I'll be right back with y'all. Okay, I'm back. Now, I think I've crossed some threshold into advanced fishdom or something. This is not anything that I thought I was going to get, or that I thought was going to happen. So, in my search for Alive Lizards, I came across something called Gamehenge, which, tell me if I'm right, Gamehenge is the whole album, and if they play the whole album, The Man Who Stepped Into Yesterday, they call it Gamehenge. Something like that. I don't know. But turns out, a couple of months ago, a month and a half ago, New Year's Eve, they played Gamehenge, including the Lizards, and they did this with actors. So that's the one I'm choosing to check out. Now, some of you say, don't do the new stuff. Don't do the stuff from last month. Go back to the 90s or whatever. But I couldn't resist this, the call of seeing what looks like a Broadway show or something. So here we go. The Lizards, as a part of Gamehenge from New Year's Eve of 2023, or last year. Here we go. What the hell? Should I have eaten a gummy for this? Star Wars?
Passing through the corridor, I came upon an aging knight who leaned against the wall in gnarly armor. He was on his way to see the king. Wilson, Wilson, Wilson. He led
me through the streets of Prussia talking as he tried to crush a bug that scurried underneath his boot heel. He said there was a place where we should go. So he led me through the forest to the edge of a lagoon by which we wandered till we reached lovely stream. The night grew very quiet as we stood there. He lifted up his visor and he turned to me and he began to sing. He said, I come from the land of darkness. He said, I come from the land of doom. He said, I come from the land of image, from the land of the big baboon. But I never ever go back there, and I couldn't if I tried. Cause I come from the land of lizards, and the lizards they have died. 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 Told me that the lizards were a race of people practically extinct from doing things smart people don't do.
Okay, so, okay, what the fuck? What the fuck is happening? 1, 2, practically extinct. So that's why there's some lizards that are trying to be saved. I knew I'd pick up something on the second listen. And third, what the fuck is happening?
He said he was once a lizard too. His name was Rutherford the Brave, and he was on his quest to save the lay before them. Their clumsy end was perilously near. The lizards would be saved, he said, if they could be enlightened by the writings of the helping friendly book. In all of Prussia, only one existed. And Wilson had declared that any person who possessed it was a crook. Said I come from the land of darkness. Said I come from the land of doom. Said I come from the land of image, from the land of the big baboon. But I never ever go back there, and I couldn't if I tried. Cause I come from the land of lizards, and the lizards they have died. 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 The helping friendly book, it seemed, possessed the ancient secrets of eternal joy and never-ending splendor. The trick was to surrender to the flow. We walked along beneath the moon. He led us through the bush till soon we saw before our eyes a raging river. He said we can swim it if we try. And saying this, the night dove in, forgetting that his suit of arms would surely weigh him down, and so he sunk. And as his body disappeared before me, I bowed my head in silence and remembered all the thoughts that he had thought. He said, I come from the land of darkness. He said, I come from the land of doom. He said, I come from the land of image, from the land of the big baboon. But I never ever going back there, and I couldn't if I tried. Cause I come from the land of lizards, and the lizards they have, oh, whoa, 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 go, 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 whoa, 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 go, 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 whoa, 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 go,
fuck was that? What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Jesus Christ. Okay. That reminded me of a Pink Floyd show, but on acid. Oh man. Anyway, did I get this right? I with all those lizard people crawling around, I'm assuming this was the lizards. Is it a true assumption that Gamehenge is a name, an umbrella term to capture the album "The Man Who Stepped Into Yesterday"? Is that how that works? But also, what else should I check out? And also, before I check out, what are the other two? I gotta look this up. Wilson and Possum. Those are the two on my list that are also off the same album. Am I gonna have the same experience when I do this? Anyway, that was. Here's all the things over here that I expected to happen, and this was like way over here. That was crazy. But now, having said that, really chill song. That and second half of that was really cool. What other surprises can you all throw at me? I'm ready to check them out. So anyway, thank you for checking this out, and I'll see you next time.